Hello, hello, people. So we have concluded the official 2-night season premiere for Big Brother 20. A lot of stuff happened in the first two episodes. I think the second episode was definitely more eventful than first episode, which is to be expected. Even though it was 2 hours yesterday and only one tonight, it's to be expected. There's more going on. There's an HOH comp. Nominations that we can talk about, stuff like that. Hello, Lavetta. Hello, Tan. Hello. Welcome into chat. By the way, if you're watching this back and it's not live, hello, Coleman. If you're not watching live, like Lavetta and Tan and Coleman and a bunch of people that are going to be hopping in here, you should be in here live. And the only way to do that is to subscribe and click the bell so that you know when we go live, just like my outro that I do every time. Also, feel free to follow us on Visoki Tweets, all one word, on Twitter. Melissa and Malissa, no, it's pronounced Melissa, both of them. And hello, Monkey Pio, is that what? So yeah, I want to preface this by saying I know a lot of you guys are all caught up on feeds. I am not. I'm going to be having like live feeds on in the background while I like play Xbox and stuff tonight. But I'm not going to be watching feeds till later, so don't spoil it for me or anyone in the chat. Because remember, we will be having live feed updates as we go. And as I told you guys last night, sadly, Charlie is not here. He's not here for the premiere a couple nights because Charlie works nights now. And it's a shame that he's not able to be here a bunch of times, but who knows? Hello, King Dave. Welcome. Man, I love seeing so many people in here. 9 people, 10 people right away. Share it around, by the way. I know Facebook's like old, but share it with your friends. If you get anyone that likes Big Brother and just wants to talk about it, who knows? Share it. You never know. They might like chatting. No feeds this year, says Tan. Will After Dark spoil anything like Who Won Veto? They try not to include conversations, Melissa, on After Dark that will spoil things, but it is possible that it will spoil Veto. So I don't know if watching After Dark is something that you'll want to do, but it's possible. All right. Monkey, I agree. Like, same thing. Hello, Tommy. Welcome. Hello, Fume. Robot pick. Yeah, we'll talk about that. It was kind of weird because it was like a sad moment, but it was funny as well. All right. Just tweeted by Dan Giesling, I almost said a friend of the podcast. I wish. Dan, if you ever catch this, please, I would love to have you on the podcast. You're like my favorite player ever. One of. I got to say I like Derek better. Don't tell him I said that, though, guys. Come on. All right. He said, I like Swaggy C, Tyler, and Bay. Fun to watch, and all seem to want to play hard in their own ways. Yeah, I agree. All right. So overall thoughts about this episode, feel free to put it in chat. Welcome, Layden. Sin, I guess. Evening, everyone. Hello. Yeah, overall thoughts, like I said, I thought the show was very good. And the season looks really promising, and actually the first nominations actually look really promising for the show. If you really like the 2 people that ended up getting nominated, then maybe you don't like it as much, but I think this was a really good start as far as getting people playing the game and having good players continue to play. So just call me Jess. Gotcha. Username is weird. Better be. Ooh, that would be interesting. Still waiting. Fume, I think I lost those, man. I don't have them anymore. I'm sorry. That is hilarious. Okay. So let's get started with the show review, all right? So it started with some alliance talk. So there haven't been lines drawn in the sand yet. It's too early to say that. But the first alliance, quote unquote, that started to form consisted of Rockstar, Swaggy, Caitlyn, Haley, and Fessel. Or Fessy, whatever you want to say. So that was kind of like the solid 5 to start. And I think that's what they dubbed themselves, the solid 5. So, I mean, it's an okay alliance, but they don't seem like an alliance that's going to win a whole bunch of comps unless Swaggy just keeps winning over and over again. Now, I don't know if Swaggy has seen a lot of Big Brother before, but in this alliance, I mean, Fessy looks like he'll be good in some comps, but I don't know. So it looks like Swaggy, as far as endurance comps, like Swaggy's like the one out of this alliance. I would have liked to see him grab another one of the guys, but you never know how they've been gelling in the house. Most of these alliances are based on who they've been hanging out with more than anything. So yeah. Going, you ended the wrestling vibe before I can join. Yeah, sorry. Winston Alliance is going to flop. We will talk about that. I actually kind of like it. All the alliances are going to flop since it's literally like day 2. That I can agree with. House is divided with Swaggy's group, Winston's group. Yep, we'll talk about it. I hate early alliances. I kind of like it. It just builds a little bit of stuff. But we're still – these alliances – that's why I put it in quotes before. These alliances are on a week-to-week basis right now. These people don't know who they're going to actually like and who they're actually not going to like. Just because you're vibing with someone 2 days in doesn't mean that you're actually going to enjoy living with them for 3 months. You know what I mean? There's no way. And you don't have any technology. You have to remember these people are isolated. Like, there are little things that will drive each other crazy about every person. And it's just, who can you tolerate the most? And that's who the alliances are going to end up being usually. All right. So we had that alliance of solid 5 that started growing. We flashed. We got a scene that showed right after Swaggy had made his decision on who to save, and we saw a group of people, which ended up. We'll talk about it, but Caitlyn was very, very vocal and said, "Oh, Swaggy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing." And they were just in the pantry. Like, they weren't like in a secret room. And she's talking very loud. And Swaggy was standing right outside. She's like, "Swaggy's an idiot. That's the worst move he could have made. That's stupid." And Swaggy just heard all of it. He's like, "Wow, really?" And then all of a sudden they flashed over to like Swaggy doing yoga with them and or meditation, sorry. And all of a sudden, they're all back on the same page because he appreciates how Caitlyn kind of came clean about it. My issue with that is that it seems like Swaggy might be someone that's easily manipulated now because he literally had all the ammunition in the world against Caitlyn, right? So he heard Caitlyn saying her true feelings about him, and then the second that she apologizes, he just takes it as the truth. There are going to be people that are very good at lying to him in the game, and I don't understand why Swaggy would just be so quick to forgive her. I wouldn't, personally, especially like we were saying, it's like day 2. Hello, Veracity, welcome. Sam's the cutest robot ever. Agreed. Caitlyn knows who she likes. Yeah. Big brothers with the boys. Oh, yeah. Melissa also said Scotty flipped over in the diary room. Yeah, he did one of those things where he leaned way back in his chair and in the diary room couch, and he thought that it would actually hold him up, and it didn't. Just straight fell backwards. He's like, I thought that was more grounded. Also, remind me, guys, because I want to do this after each weekly episode. I didn't mention it yesterday because I wanted to today. You know how they have the little clip at the beginning of the Big Brother episodes, every episode? And it's like a 2-second clip from the previous episode. I want us to try to guess, because Charlie and I do this all the time with each other, but I've never brought it on the podcast. We try to guess, like, as the episode's going on, what that clip is going to be. So imagine what the 2-second intro for the next episode will be. It's like after the little rolling credits, and then it's like 2 seconds from the previous episode. I'll tell you what I think it is at the end, but get your guesses ready, and then I'll ask you for them later on. All right. I don't understand why Caitlyn would switch from Angela to Swaggy anyways. Raven still remains the best house guest of all time. Melissa, go away. You're a troll. All right. Let's go into the HOH comp because we got into it pretty quickly in the episode. So the HOH comp was a balance beam competition. Sam was not a robot for the balance beam competition. She got to come back into the house just for a little while. She didn't really get a chance to talk to anyone and just went into the HOH comp. The first 2 people out were Steve and Sam. So that's really not good for Sam because we're still in the process of you want to do okay in the competitions at least to prove to people that you're a good asset to them in a potential alliance. And the fact that Sam's been a robot the whole time and hasn't been able to socialize with people, to her fullest ability, and she went out second. Now, keep in mind, Steve was terrible. It happens every year. The 40-year-old guy or girl gets on there. They can't do a comp, and then JC wants a showmance with a robot. Hey, I'm down. Whatever. I saw someone put on Twitter, LGBT QWERTY for the robot. Yes, Super Tan. I agree. Congrats. So anyway, Winston and Angela formed a bit of an alliance in the HOH comp, knocked a bunch of people out. But ultimately, both of them ended up getting knocked out. It ended up coming down to Tyler, Bailey, and JC. And JC wasn't doing so great in the comp. It's just people weren't trying to knock him out. So what you had to do is you had to collect the ball from one end of the balance beams and then bring the balance beam back and then put it in the tube of another house guest. And once they got 10, they were out. So theoretically, you could have all ganged up on someone, which they kind of did with Sam. And Steve was just doing so bad, they kind of just put him out of his misery. So Steve and Sam were the easy two out. JC just wasn't getting anyone putting balls in his tube, which is good. This all sounds so dirty. I apologize to the child viewers. But it ends up coming down to Tyler and Bailey, and Tyler ends up getting the win. So Tyler is the first head of household of the summer, and he wasn't really ready for the head of household, in my opinion, because people kept asking what his thoughts were, and he's like, I don't know, whatever. He just kind of wanted to hear it out, which I guess is okay. This is an all right way to go about your first HOH, especially the first HOH. But yeah. Melissa said Steve is a former cop like Derek, but we can look at Steve and Derek and know which one of those two is more athletic. Right? So, yeah, Tyler ended up winning. And then right away we flash over. What did you guys think about Tyler winning? Do you guys like Tyler? Just give me like a yeah. I wish we had like a thumbs up or thumbs down. Oh, yeah, you can put emojis in this. You can either type thumbs up or put a thumbs up or thumbs down. What did you guys think of Tyler being the first HOH? Do you think that was a good call, or would you prefer someone else? Just based on gameplay, not based on who you like. HOH was not fair. Basically, everyone targeting Sam. Yes, absolutely. Smart move would have been for Caitlyn to stick with Angela because she's instantly a shield for her. People were dumb during the HOH. Why wouldn't you go for the strong people? Why take out Sam and Steve when they can't get any balls? Jacob agreed. In the heat of the moment, maybe it's hard to think about it, and no one wants to piss anyone off at this time. Like, everyone's trying to just walk around, just trying to be safe with everything. So maybe that's why that's why they were going about it. His HOH has been better than Cody's so far. Yeah, but Cody had one of the all-time great. 75-year-old Jerry did better in comps than the old guy they cast every year. Jerry was a beast. Can we be real? I didn't like when he was screaming at people, but Jerry was a beast. I was laughing so hard at Steve falling down every 2 seconds. And let's see the verdict on Tyler. We got a thumbs up. I like Tyler more than I thought I would at first. I can agree with that, Super 10. I thought I'd hate Tyler, but he seems to have a little bit of a brain on him, which is good. Because he gave the line, episode 1, that was all I'm trying to do is play dumb, and that's not very hard. He threw up one of these. So I'm glad he's not sticking with that. I like Tyler, smarter than he portrays himself. Melissa gave she gave us a medium. He wasn't ready for it. Easy nom. Yeah, so let's talk about the nomination procedure. So Tyler wasn't sure who he wanted to nominate, but remember, there were only 8 people eligible to be put up, and now 7 because Tyler was one of the 8. So there's only 7 people, and I had to pick 2. That's kind of a tough spot for a first week HOH. This is a really tough spot, actually. And really, and these were all the people that he moved into the house with, because remember, Swaggy saved the other side of the house that moved in. So it's very odd in that. Noms were wimpy. We'll talk about it. So pretty much Winston and Angela, after working together in HOH comp, they're like, well, everyone thinks we're working together anyway, so we should make an alliance. So Winston and Angela start talking about people that they can get in their alliance. And instantly, Angela brings in Rachel, and Winston brings in Brett. And then they, who was the last one? And then they approach Casey. And then, so that's their 5. And then they said, Winston said we need a sidekick. So it seems like they're not too sold on the thought of having Tyler on board, but he's HOH, so it's probably a pretty good person to invite into your alliance. So that's the 6. So we've got Winston, Tyler, Brett, Angela, Rachel, and Casey as a 6-person alliance. I think this alliance is really, really strong. Once again, just like the other alliance, I don't think I don't think they're going to stick together for long. I think Winston and Angela are going to work together the whole time, which is going to be their downfall because they're 2 of the strongest players in the game so far. But I just can't see it working out more than a couple weeks, because these early alliances are so sketchy every time. I said yesterday they would only let those people. Yep, you're right, Melissa. He should have done Steve and Bailey. I think Swaggy's gone pre-jury, but at least he's trying to play. Yes, I would agree with that. I hate the nicknames even more. Okay. Tyler's at the bottom of the totem pole. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Fume. So, like, if Tyler were to figure out that he was on the bottom of the totem pole with his alliance that just got made, and he goes over to Swaggy's alliance, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but if he were to get smart and go on the other side, I think that other alliance is now very strong because Swaggy needs another strong guy with him over there. And I know Fessy is strong, but I mean, as far as endurance comps, stuff like that. Looks like the live feeds start at midnight Central Time, so that would be what, 11 here? Am I crazy? No, it would be 1 a.m. here. Yeah. All right. I heard Winston and Brett are really close, like a bromance, like they shower together and meet at the wall divider and talk strategy. Interesting. Where's my boy Scotty? Scotty he had a little cameo in the beginning and he wasn't there. Maybe Scotty's going to turn into Matt. Is the meditation group considered an alliance? Kind of. There's a lot of people from the meditation group, and I think that's why Swaggy came around to working with Caitlin. Was the meditation thing? Whatever. I don't think I'd be doing meditation, but yeah, it's listed as an alliance right now, but I don't think it's going to last, and I don't think either of the alliances are going to last. So anyway, Tyler decides that Sam and Steve would probably be the best option, least amount of blood on his hands. They were the first 2 to fall, and he's not part of his alliance that he's just made with Winston. And so the issue is Bailey came upstairs and started saying, hey, the worst thing you could do is nominate Sam and Steve because, you need to take out a big player. Not knowing that Tyler had just made this deal with the other side of the house. And then Swaggy came up and said the same thing. And so Tyler said he believes that Swaggy is the ringleader of that other side of the house and that he's getting Bailey to do his dirty work. And so I think Swaggy would probably be gone this week if he weren't safe. But it seems like Tyler's not – he wants to make a big move, but all the big players from the other people are not safe. So I think Bailey possibly could get backdoored this week. Because I don't think Sam or Steve are going to win the HOH comp. So I think Tyler's got a good chance of winning the veto. And if he wanted to, he could take one of them off, take Sam off because they had a little bit of a moment, even though Sam was a robot. And then put Bailey up and backdoor her. That's what I think might happen, but I have no idea about veto results. So I'll watch the feeds once they come on tonight for a little bit. Also, if you're following my Twitter, the Vasoki tweets, I will be posting some updates about live feed stuff if big things happen. So if you don't want to follow along live feed stuff, I would say please give us the follow, but maybe don't list us as like whatever it is, like where you get an update every time I tweet. Don't do that, okay? If Winston, Brett, or Angela win HOH next week, Swaggy is gone. And Maddie says, poor Sam. Yeah, it really was a pretty bad situation for Sam. Like I said, I mean, Swaggy didn't meditate, he napped. It's true. How much is live feeds? I think it's like $15 a month. Yeah. I bum it off Charlie, to be honest. I pay for Charlie's music, and he pays for my CBS feeds. So, but yeah, Sam, she got the raw end of the deal. I mean, she wanted to go talk to Tyler, but she got turned back into a robot before she could go talk to him. So she had to talk to him as a robot. And she really did get to Tyler. I think that Tyler is just a softie. I think Brett and Winston are kind of the only 2 like ruthless guys this year. I think we got like Fessy and Swaggy and Tyler and Scotty, they're all kind of, and JC, they're all kind of manipulatable. $4.99 is cheapest. So there you go, $5. What's my Twitter? At Visoki Tweets, just like Visoki Entertainment, but Visoki Tweets, all one word. Tyler said Bailey will go up if Steve and Sam are off the block. Yeah, absolutely. That's what he said on the show, and so I hope that happens. But we'll see. Then again, Bailey is really trying to play the game. So I said at the beginning of this episode, Swaggy's kind of ruthless, yes, but would he be able to cut Bailey right now if he had to? I don't think he would. I think he'd go down with the ship. I think he's too sweet. I think he's more kind-hearted, than people will give him credit for. But yeah, and I like Swaggy too, Fume. I just think his heart might be too big right now. But as I said at the beginning, I think this is a good start for a good season of Big Brother. It seems like okay, so the past 2 actual seasons, not counting Celebrity Big Brother, which was a good season. But the last 2 actual seasons, 18 and 19. 18 was a really good season overall with a terrible winner. And then with like a terrible ending, I should say. It was a terrible winner, but that's subjective. But it was a really good season with a disappointing ending. And then 19 was a really terrible season with a really awesome ending as far as the last episodes. So I hope that doesn't happen now. It looks like it's going to start off as a really good season. I hope it doesn't end up being one of those ones where we really should knock off the people that are kind of floating around right now. If Sam and Steve and Scotty and maybe JC, I want to see him play more. And like, I don't know, I guess Caitlyn kind of plays. If we can knock off some of those people that aren't really playing early to leave the actual big game players, it'll be a really good season. But, last great season was 14. I loved 14. Love 14. I wish I could forget season 19 ever happened. BB Canada 6 was good. I really want to watch the Canada seasons. The reason why I always watch Big Brother is because I mean, I'm a teacher. So even when I was going to school, it was like I had free time during the summers. And now that I'm a teacher, I still have free time during the summers. Like I've been going in, but I've gone into work the past 3 days, but I'm out by like 1 o'clock at the latest. I go in from like 9 to 1 and then I'm back out, and it's easy. Whereas now, I have free time at night. Celebrity Big Brother was great. Yeah, I'm glad they're bringing it back. Remember when Vanessa was robbed? Yep. 15 was good drama-wise. Yeah, it was. Big Brother 20 is down 15% from Big Brother 19. As far as ratings, really? Don't I live in Florida? Yeah, I live in Florida. 15 had good drama. Yeah, but it wasn't always the best drama. Hold on. Is that the Aaron season? I get the numbers mixed up. Oh no, it wasn't. No. Oh yeah, it was. It was Aaron and McCrae, and it was not good. If there's one person that I could bring back from any Big Brother season, just the best person, I think the most genuine best person of all time in Big Brother was Howard from 15. I know we're going off on a tangent, and there's an episode review, but I would bring back Howard from 15. If you would be willing to come back, I would love to see Howard back, because he basically just had to defend Candace for like 3 weeks and then got voted off. So, yeah. Nice, Melissa. My dad lives over in Tampa. McCrae's the GOAT. Because of this episode, I feel like Sam will get the app twist. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. Forget about the app twist. So we don't know how it's going to affect stuff. I don't think they're going to be too crazy because it's going to be in for like 6 weeks. But remember, you can vote on CBS.com. Geez, they should pay me. You can go on and vote on CBS.com for who your favorite house guest is of the week. So if it was Sam, and Sam's probably a pretty good bet to win, then like if Sam wins, then she'll get an app. She'll get to pick an app, like pick a power to use, and whoever gets the least amount of votes, which is probably someone that hasn't even been on TV really, like, I don't know, like Haley, I guess. But America will give it to the pretty girl. I guess they'll give it, I don't know, probably be like Fessy or something. They have to pick a punishment as well. I hated Helen, Candace, and Jesse. Yeah. Howard was good, agree, but he brought the Bible and used to pray with everyone. I thought I read it as but he brought the Bible. And I was like, what's wrong with that? Yeah. I think Howard was always like trying to spread the peace and stuff. The Twitter bot didn't. I agree. Howard was good. If it wasn't for Amanda, he would have went a little farther in the game. Yeah, I mean, he just got kind of pushed out. The Twitter bot is really confusing to me and slow. Yeah. I have heard Sam's a big fan favorite. That's good. Yeah, the lowest person gets a punishment, Melissa. And it's just, whoever gets voted like the least. So, yeah. Coleman says dab. They should have a comp for a special power and not just give it to them because America likes them. Amanda Slade 15. She was a queen. Yeah, I liked Amanda. I thought she was good. She's a little bit of a you know what, but whatever. Favorite from 19 was Cody. A lot of people liked Cody. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna await some feeds. Sam won't go home or sympathy meters through the roof. I hope so. I really hope so. That sucks if she's just a robot and then goes home. That really sucks. Like Casey had a punishment, but she's safe. So I heard there's a third comp this season. I really hope so. I like twists. I just hope that it's not a bunch of game-changing stuff. Like, people didn't like the coup d'etat or the diamond power veto, but it's okay if you have one of those during the season. This episode made me like Steve a little more. Do your students know of your channel? I have no idea. Maybe. That's why I've tried to tone it down a little bit. I'm sure it'll get found one day. I teach middle school, so if I taught like high school and students graduated, I mean, I don't really care. But some of the older like gaming videos and stuff, I cuss a lot, so I try not to. I try to set a good example for the kids. Okay, anyway, that's gonna be it for chat stuff. We're dying down. I thought it was a good episode. I appreciate all you guys joining me. We have 26 watching right now. We haven't fallen below like 23 at all since the beginning. So can I just say I really appreciate you guys for showing so much love, being in the chat. The videos got 5 likes already. Like, you don't even have to do that. I love that. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click that little bell so you know when we go live. And I'm excited for this season. It should be good. Go watch some feeds, guys. Follow the Twitter. Subscribe. Share with your friends. And until next time, guys. See ya.